You said that you've experienced some violent encounters. Was this before you were a doorman or when you were just training kickboxing? Can
Both.
you talk a little bit
It was
about that?
both. Yeah, I had both. When I was younger, I was fighting on the street a lot, and I had some contact with some knives, and they drew a knife on me. And believe it or not, but I managed to kick this knife out of the hand, and I did a spinning kick. Jean-Claude Van Damme did. I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
if I think about, yeah, if I think about it now, I'm like, what a fucking idiot I was. But I never know if I will do it again. Maybe with a different guy with a different intention. I will never do it again. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Recently I had this guy, he drew a knife on me, and I just broke a piece of like a broomstick, and I beat the shit out of him with it. So I still have the broomstick. I can show it right now if you want. It's
Yes,
on
can I
my
see the broomstick?
wait.
I'm having too much fun with this one.
Yeah, you see, kind of proud of it. It broke off like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
so I just cracked it and beat him up with it because I'm living in this apartment complex and there is this bar downstairs and this guy drew a knife on me. So I thought instantly I need an equalizer. So I broke a piece of wood and I started wailing on him. So I knocked him out. So I wouldn't know if I would do it again with a different person. But what was the question? I forgot.
um we were having fun with that one. It was like violent encounters when before you were a bouncer and during
Oh
your
yeah. Yeah, and then when I was still in my kickbox period, then I had a counter against 5 people. So driving the car and they refused to go from the street and I was driving and it was the car of my friend and they hit on the hood. So then I stopped. Stupid thing to do. I should drive off. I talk about 10 years, 12 years ago.
Mhm.
When I'm stepping out, they were attacking us. So long story short, I knocked 5 people out. So preemption was a big thing there.
Mhm.
And that point I found out that my hand, this knuckle is gone. You see, people
Yeah.
cannot see it, but it's gone. And this was skull on skull. And that's the good thing about urban combatants. We try to start with a preemptive palm or a slap. We try to work with open hand. Don't get me wrong. If you get attacked all of a sudden, probably the fist will come out. But the
Mhm.
fact that we are thinking about this, that we try to start with open hand, you can generate the same impact power, but you don't damage your hand that much because it's really difficult to aim. Because what you have to understand, when your heart rate goes up, when adrenaline hits the bloodstream, between 115 beats per minute and 145 beats per minute, your complex motor skill, so your boxing combination, are at its best.
Mhm.
But it's also, after this, you only end up with gross motor skill stuff, like big motion, big movement.
Like hooking
So
punches, slaps, hammer
exactly, hammer fist, it's almost innate, it's in human nature. But you will find out that your heart rate can go up in a couple of seconds above the 145, boom, you're almost on 200.
Mhm.
So aiming on the street with a hook, you can do it if you are preemptive, but
Mhm.
in fight, it's so difficult. So this gave me the insight of, okay, I like what I do because I just went to the drawing board after this violent encounters. What worked for me? At the time, I was also training this fake ass Krav Maga. I'm not going to say the system, I don't want to piss on people, but it was really terrible. And
Mhm.
I just sat down, what worked for me? And I said to myself, predatory thinking, good aggression on the switch, and
Mhm.
hit fucking hard. And this
Mhm.
gave me the conclusion, urban combatants from Lee Morrison. So that's why I'm contacted him. And he said exactly the things that I felt. So he said, categorized it. I put it, he put a label on everything. And then he's the real deal because I had identical experiences and I felt what he just explained to us.
Mhm.
So for me, um, this was my moment to understand. Okay, now I have to change my path. So I need to
Mhm.
change my martial art because all the martial arts stuff, nothing came out. Only the big motions.
Mm.
So learning moment for me there.